Alright, Shalom Lakai. I want to give all praises to the God of my master and creator of Mashak Yahushai, Yahweh Alanawa, Yahweh Kadam Yah, Yahweh Tuah. I want to say much love to all Israel, you know what I'm saying, that's trying to grow and, get the word of the Most High in their belly, you know what I'm saying, and, much love to the Israel, man. Alright, so, this video is going to be pretty much going into scriptures that talk about people that if they do certain sins that they will receive the death penalty, okay? Or like the New Testament say, there's a sin unto death and there's a sin not unto death. So today I'm going to be going into specific scriptures that speak about sins that are worthy of death, you know what I'm saying? You get the death penalty. And I'm going to a lot of these scriptures, and certain people are breaking these scriptures laws and not receiving any recompense, man. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly Israel is not able to execute the laws and penalties on no one, okay? Because Israel's not in power. So like, we really can't even really push the law like that heavy, man, as far as executing the judgments of the law. You know what I'm saying? You can't go put a homosexual to death. No Israelite are going to put homosexuals to death for their sins. So clearly, you know what I'm saying, you're not able to execute the judgments of the law. So, a couple laws I'm going to showing the death penalty in verses. Alright, because, like I said, the New Testament says in 1 John 5:16, if any man see his brother sin a sin which is not unto death, he shall ask, and he shall give him life for them that sin not unto death, right? Because you have laws that are sins that are just regular sins. Then you have sins that are on the level of you have to lose your life. Right? It says, there is a sin unto death, I do not say he shall pray for it. Right? So there's laws right now that people are breaking terribly, and it's no way if it's just based on their righteousness that they're gonna make it, man. Cause like it's a lot of laws that tell you like if you break them, man, you're supposed to be put to death. So like this thing is gonna take some mercy from the Most High, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna start with let's see. This is Exodus. I'm just start with this one. This is Exodus 19:12. And thou shalt set bounds unto the people round about, saying, take heed to yourself, that ye go not up unto the mount, or touch the border of it. So Moses was instructing the people to, not go past a certain point, by the mountain and the border of it. It says, whosoever touches the mountain shall surely be put to death. So he tell you, if you touch this certain mountain, man, you'll be put to death. Okay? There shall not a hand touch it, but he shall surely be stoned or shot through, whether it be beast or man. It shall not live. When the trumpet soundeth long, they shall come up to the mountain. And Moses went down from the mount unto the people, and sanctified the people, and they washed their clothes. Okay. So yeah, you clearly see that in this verse, there was a commandment to not go past the boundary by this mountain. And if you go past that boundary, you'll be put to death, man. All right, and that was in Moses' time. All right, because I believe the Most High was about to, appear before Israel, man, in a fiery pillar, if I'm not mistaken. But this is Exodus 21 and 12. He that smiteth a man so that he die, he shall surely be put to death. Right? So you just go on and kill people, you know what I'm saying, for no reason, you're going to be put to death, man. Right? You smite a man, which smite just means to strike or hit, man. You know what I'm saying? I can get the Hebrew word. Let me get the Hebrew word exactly for smiteth. Right? So it says, he that smiteth a man so that he die shall surely be put to death. This Exodus 21 and 12. Right? Smiteth. The Hebrew word nakah. Nakah. Naka. Yeah, that's funny. Right? Nakah, which means to beat, kill, slay, strike, stripes, wound. Alright, give a thrust, attack. Right? So it's a smite, man. That's like to attack somebody, man. You can smite in different ways. You can smite with your hand. You can smite in a weapon as well. He that smiteth, right, nakah, a man, so that he mawath, right, die. So surely mawath, you know, man, he gonna die. He put to death. Alright, let's see what else we got. Yep, you got Jake's out here right now killing people and smiting brothers and on a run and hiding, man. You know what I'm saying? The law said they're supposed to be put to death for that. Even, these heathen nations that smitteth our whole nation, and a majority of our nation, man. You know what I'm saying? 2/3 of our nation, man. You know what I'm saying? So that they died. And they have to be put to death for that, man. You know, Job said he lived up his iniquity for his children. This is Exodus 21 and 15. And he that smiteth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. So if you attack your mother or your dad, man, you supposed to be put to death for that. You got Israelites that put their hand on their fathers, man, and put their hand on their mothers and receive no destruction for that, man. Some might have repented and received mercy, man. So but according to the law, they're supposed to be put to death. Right? Exodus 21 and 16, he that stealeth a man, right, like the Edomites, they stole us, right, and scattered us wherever they wanted, and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death, right? So Esau did this scripture against us alone, and he hasn't been put to death yet. You see, he even got a grace period, man, until his time comes. Because this law ain't been executed on him. Exodus 21 and 17. He that curseth his father or his mother shall surely be put to death. You got people that always do that and talk, evil of their parents. You know what I'm saying? The law says they're supposed to be put to death. Right? You got Exodus 21 and 29 of the law. But if the ox were once to push with his horn in time past, and have been testified to his owner, and he have not kept him in, but that he have killed a man or a woman, the ox shall be stoned, and his owner also shall be put to death. Right? So it tell you if a dude, he had an ox, and he didn't have control of it, man, and it's just attacking people, and you know what I'm saying, he been warned and testified and told about it. Right, and he didn't keep them in, right? He didn't keep them, caged up or whatnot, tied up and whatnot. And the ox have killed a man or a woman. It tell you the ox gotta die, and that man, the owner of the ox gotta die. You know what I'm saying? It be people, people, animals that attack other people, people and stuff like that. Them people be all right, man. Don't nothing happen to them. Exodus 22:19. Whosoever lieth with a beast shall surely be put to death. Right? You got Edomites and even certain Israelites, man, having sex with animals, man. They supposed to be put to death for that. Exodus 31:14. Ye shall keep the Sabbath, therefore it is holy unto you. Everyone that defileth it shall surely be put to death. Right? So until you defile the Sabbath, you're supposed to be put to death. For whosoever doeth any work therein, that soul shall be cut off from among his people. Right? You got Israelites that have to work on a Sabbath, man. Right? That's supposed to be put to death for working on the Sabbath, man. Right? So if it's just based off of your works, man, you finished, man. Majority of Israel don't keep the Sabbath. A lot of Jakes still got to work on the Sabbath. And that law says you're supposed to be put to death. Exodus 31:14. So clearly you're going to be needing some mercy. Exodus 31:15. 6 days may work be done, but in the seventh is the Sabbath of rest, holy to Yahweh. Whosoever doeth any work in the Sabbath day, he shall surely be put to death. Man, they say you surely supposed to be put to death if you're working on the Sabbath, man. So come on, man. Like, people can't really flex like they really in the Torah like that. That's why I tell you in Isaiah that your righteousness is a filthy rag, man. Clearly we gonna need, the servant of Isaiah 53 to justify us, man. Because, like, other than that, you finished, man. You're finished, man. Like Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? Finish him, man. Yeah, Exodus 35:2. You know what I'm saying? I said the same thing. That if you work on a Sabbath, you're gonna be put to death, man. Whosoever lieth carnally with a woman that is a bondmaid, right? Betrothed to a husband, right? She's betrothed to a husband, and not at all redeemed, nor freedom given her. She shall be scourged. They shall not be put to death because she was not free. Right? So, that's a law if somebody has sex with a woman that's a slave maid, man, a slave woman. Right? Meaning you have sex with a slave woman, and she's engaged to a husband or whatnot, and pretty much she hasn't been redeemed out of that situation. Says nor freedom given her, right? She haven't been freed from being betrothed to this man, right? It says she shall be scourged, meaning she's gonna get some smitings, probably some lashes. Right? It says they shall not be put to death because she was not free. Yeah, man. This law, that's a law crazy right there. You know what I'm saying? Trip me out. But I'm gonna go to the next one. This is Leviticus 20:2. It says, again, thou shalt say to the children of Israel, whosoever he be of the children of Israel, or of the strangers that sojourn in Israel, that giveth any of his seed unto Moloch, he shall surely be put to death. The people of the land shall stone him with stones. Right? So I tell you, if you give your children to Moloch, you're supposed to be put to death. Which is people that's doing that now. You know what I'm saying? And doing that wickedness. Right? Leviticus 20:9 say you curse your father and your mother, you're supposed to be put to death. Say your blood shall be upon you. Leviticus 20:10, and the man that committeth adultery with another man's wife, even he that committeth adultery with his neighbor's wife, right? The adulterer and the adulteress shall surely be put to death. Right? So if you commit adultery with another man's woman, you're gonna be put to death, man. Right? And that woman. Leviticus 20 and 11. And the man that lies with his father's wife have uncovered his father's nakedness. Both of them shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them, right? Having sex with your father's wife, that's your father's nakedness. You're supposed to be put to death for that, right? Leviticus 20 and 12. If a man lie with his daughter-in-law, both of them shall surely be put to death, right? They have raw confusion. Their blood shall be upon them. Leviticus 20 and 13. If a man also lie with mankind, right? If a man lie with another man, right? A kind of man, right? What matter? No matter what's his genealogy, whether he's um, Chinese, black, white, Arabian, whatever. If a man also lied with mankind as he lied with a woman, right? Lying with a man like you're supposed to have sex with a woman, right? Both of them have committed abomination. They shall surely be put to death, right? So homosexuals are supposed to be put to death. Homosexuals, blood is upon them, man. Right? And that's why it says in Ecclesiastes, because sentence against an evil deed is not executed speedily, the hearts of the Son of Man is fully set to do evil, man. You know what I'm saying? Because if they would just receive, you know what I'm saying, the penalty off top, like when Israel was really executing the laws, these people would be in fear, man. You know, that's why a lot of Arabic women, in my opinion, are humble, because they know they'll get their head cut off, man. Alright? Ishmael put fear in their women, man. Like, they don't play, man. Alright, this is Leviticus 20 and 15. If a man lie with a beast, he shall surely be put to death, and ye shall slay the beast. If a woman approach unto the beast and lie down thereto, thou shalt kill the woman and the beast. They shall surely be put to death. Their blood shall be upon them. You know, like they had the one woman they was talking about, she's supposed to have sex with a donkey. You know what I'm saying? The scripture says you're supposed to be put to death for that, or a horse, or whatever it was. And then Leviticus 20 and 27. A man also, or a woman that have a familiar spirit, right? So it tell you, if a man has a familiar spirit or a woman, right? And what's a familiar spirit? Summon in someone's soul, okay? Right? A man or woman that have a familiar spirit, right? Or that is a wizard, shall surely be put to death. And you got a lot of wizards in Israel, man, that's using, you know, sorcery power, man, and gathering energy from heathen customs, man, that know how to tap into, you know, divinity and, you know, things of that nature. On the left hand side, man, you know, these Masons and things of that nature, man, and all these people that follow Lucifer, that follow the illuminated one, and receiving uh, familiar spirits, right? Because let's get the Hebrew word for familiar spirit. Oh yeah, wow, right? Which is one who invokes the dead, a necromancer, the spirit of the dead one. Practice of necromancy, man. Right? Which that's you're dealing with spirits, man. Okay, which is pure wickedness. All right, like these tarot card places and all these other madness that they be having in the cities and stuff like that. That stuff supposed to even be destroyed. Like, it's crazy. Okay, here go another law. Leviticus 24:16. And he that blasphemeth the name of Yahweh, he shall surely be put to death, right? I mean, you got people that's supposed to be put to death for this law, you know, people that didn't blaspheme the Most High's name. And all the congregation shall surely stone him. And this is a terrible thing. You don't want to blaspheme the Most High's name, man. As he that is born in the land, when he blasphemeth the name of the Lord, shall surely be put to death, right? That's a law. Leviticus 24:17. He that killeth any man shall surely be put to death. Right, let's get this word for killeth. Oh yeah, Nakah. Alright. Leviticus 24:21. He that killeth a beast, he shall restore it. And he that killeth a man, he shall be put to death. Numbers 1:51. And when the tabernacle set it forward, the Levites shall take it down. And when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. Man. So I'll tell you, the stranger that cometh nigh, you know, the tabernacle, man, he will be put to death in this instance, man. Number 151. Right? And when the tabernacle is to be pitched, the Levites shall set it up, and the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. Leviticus 3:10. And that stranger, I think, is anybody other than the Levites, man, because that's their office to, set up the tabernacle, if I'm not mistaken. This is the Numbers 3:10. Thou shalt appoint Aaron and his sons, and they shall wait on their priest's office. And the stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. Let me go into this a little more and see what it's talking
about. Catch it on the beat.
Okay, we're like going to Levi a little bit. Let's go back. Stranger that cometh nigh shall be put to death. Numbers 15:35. The Lord says to Moses, the man shall surely be put to death. All the congregation shall stone him with stones without the camp. Alright. And this is the guy that what? He gathered sticks on the Sabbath, man. Right? So I tell you, gather sticks on the Sabbath. You were supposed to be put to death, man. You know what I'm saying? Alright, ain't no joke, boy. See what else we got. Numbers 35:16. And if he smite him with an instrument of iron, so that he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Right, so this is the law of murderers, man. They're supposed to be put to death. And if he smite him with a throwing a stone, wherewith he may die, and if he die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Or if he smite him with a hand, weapon of wood, whether he may die, he is a murderer. The murderer shall surely be put to death. Numbers 35 and 21. Right? Or in enmity smite him with his hand, that he die. He that smote him shall surely be put to death, for he is a murderer. The revenger of blood shall slay the murderer, for he is a murderer. The revenger of blood shall slay the murderer when he meeteth him. Ugh. Number 35 and 30. Whoso killeth any person, the murderer shall be put to death by the mouth of witnesses. But one witness shall not testify against any person to cause him to die. Number 35 and 31. Moreover, you shall take no satisfaction for the life of a murderer, which is guilty of death, but he shall surely be put to death. Alright? Murderers are supposed to be put to death, man. Deuteronomy 13 and 5. And that prophet or that dreamer of dreams shall be put to death, because he hath spoken to turn you away from Lord your God. Right? So false prophets are supposed to be put to death, man, when they try to lead Israel astray from the Most High. Okay? Deuteronomy 17 and 6. At the mouth of 2 witnesses or 3 witnesses shall he that is worthy of death be put to death. But at the mouth of 1 witness he shall not be put to death. Deuteronomy 21 and 22. And if a man have committed sin worthy of death, and he be to be put to death, thou shalt hang him on a tree. Right? This Deuteronomy 24 and 16. The father shall not be put to death for the children. Neither shall the children be put to death for the fathers. Every man shall be put to death for his own sin. Right? That's the sin of the death. Whosoever he be that doeth rebel against thy commandment, and will not hearken to thy words, and all that thou commandest him, he shall be put to death. Only be strong and of a good courage. Right? Which that's Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? They were supposed to, if they didn't hearken to him, they was to be put to death. Right? Judges see what I want to get.
Kaka on the beat.
Slide your ears up. Let me see what I want. Alright, Israel Slakia. This is 2nd Chronicles 15 and 13. Slakia. It's part of me. 2nd Chronicles 15:13. It says that whosoever would not seek the Lord God of Israel should be put to death, whether small or great, whether man or woman. So they were saying in these times that if you don't seek the Most High, you should be put to death, man. And that's what it is. Like, we gotta seek the Most High, man, because that's our life. Okay. Let's see what else I got. I think that's pretty much it, man. Yeah, that's it, man. So I'll pray this out, man.